Say, well, hello, fellow Patriots, and welcome back to the Patriot Dad channel, where we can discuss current events and modern issues, all while keeping it as real as possible. I apologize for my voice today as I'm under the weather, but we'll make the best of it and keep doing work. Today's episode is going to be a legal update. This is our third installment in the series that is tracking my pending divorce and child custody battle, as well as kind of giving my opinions on the current state of our legal system in this country. Now, the legal system, when it comes to child custody, claims to be doing what is in the best interest of the children. But in practice, that kind of seems to be going off the rails quite a bit. You know, before we talked about in one of our prior videos about whether deadbeat dads were really as common as we're led to believe, and also what causes them. Is it that they just choose to not want to be involved in their kids' lives, or is it that they can't afford to be? Now, I would argue that it's probably more likely that they just can't afford to be involved in their kids' lives. Sure, there are going to be some people that just don't want to be in their kids' lives at all, and they go to get cigarettes and they never come back. But I don't think that that's really the majority of cases. I don't have any stats to back that up, but just going through what I'm going through right now, I can tell you that I work a pretty good job and I make a pretty good wage, and I am in a lot of financial trouble right now. Things have not gotten better for me since the last legal update. In fact, they've gotten a lot worse. I'm so cash negative at this point that I'm just going further and further into debt. I won't go into too many details on what led to the divorce. There was some fault on both sides, I guess, but the infidelity was not on my side. And yet I still am being ordered to pay the majority of her bills every month by the court. I've had to keep her on my insurance. I've had to keep her vehicle and all the other things on my insurance. I've had to continue to pay for her cell phone, which she has a new one, but the court ordered me to keep doing what I had been doing, essentially. So back in July, when the first hearing happened, I was essentially ordered, because I was the primary breadwinner in the family and my wife was a stay-at-home spouse. She does have job training, she just chose not to use it. But now every month, because I'm being ordered to pay all this on top of child support and alimony, I just don't make enough money. It's like I have significant expenses now that she is not here to stay at home and watch the kids, that I have to put the kids in daycare. With two small children in daycare, it costs approximately $2,500 a month just to put the kids in daycare so that I can go to work. Because if I can't put them in daycare, I can't work. And if I can't work, I can't make any money. So she does not share in the cost of that, but I still have to pay her child support. So not only am I paying her alimony, not only am I still having to pay most of her bills, but she does not share the cost that I incur with the children. Every time the court has discussed my income or looked at anything to do with me, they talk about gross income, not net. And since the way things work in my state is that the state garnishes my wages directly for child support and alimony, my net income is substantially impacted. Now, my ex has financial assistance programs to help her, but I make too much money to qualify for them myself, and yet I don't make enough money to pay my own bills. Because I choose to fight to keep custody of my kids and be involved in their life, I am financially being destroyed. Now, I could very easily walk away, just pay a little bit of extra child support and be done with it. But then I wouldn't be able to be involved in my children's lives. And that's not what I want. My children mean the world to me. But I can start to see why some people make that choice. It's unfortunate. The entire system built around no-fault divorce. Just deciding one day that you're not happy and going on your way. And then somehow the system rewards the person that leaves with half the net worth of the other individual, with alimony, child support, and other payments. The state is essentially incentivizing the breaking up of families. I don't like that one bit. I fought very hard for a lot of years to keep my family together. In fact, in the face of multiple counts of infidelity, I kept my family together and worked through it. But now I'm being told by my attorney that by forgiving her, I might have potentially set myself up to where I can't use that as a legal argument for why she deserves less. Because I essentially, by allowing it to happen and staying with her, according to the law, may have consented to it, which means I no longer get to use that as an offense. It's kind of treated the same way as trespassing. If somebody trespasses on your property and you don't file charges, then in the future, if somebody trespasses and you do, they might be able to get out of it, because if they can prove that you had it happen prior and you did nothing, then they're going to say you're discriminating or there's some other reason why you're picking that fight now. I guess the same thing with infidelity. So I would warn you all out there that if you have a significant other who's cheating, walk away. It's not worth it. Don't forgive it. Just leave. I guess this is where I get punished for being a person of my word. I gave my word that through sickness and health, richer or poorer, good times and hard times, that my vows I took seriously. So it's unfortunate now that I am being punished for the fact that she did not take her vows seriously. I don't think it's right. I don't think it should continue. I think that the person who cheats should get nothing. And that applies to both sides equally. If you cause the destruction of a relationship, you should be entitled to nothing. That goes for the man or the woman. If you're abusive, no matter whether you're a man or a woman, and you cause the destruction of a relationship, you pay. If you cheat and you cause the destruction of a relationship, you pay, not the other way around. I don't understand how this legal system thinks that it's in my children's best interest to bankrupt me, to push me out of my children's lives. Because guess what? Fatherless homes are now a quarter of the homes in the United States. And over 80% of violent juvenile criminals that are in the system come from fatherless homes. How do we not see this as a cultural problem? I don't know. I don't like it, and it's something that should change. It's this and a lot of other things that have made me look at starting to run for something more like local office, starting to make an impact, because unless we start doing something to change these systems, they're going to stay broken. And it's not in my children's best interest to bankrupt me and push me out of their life. They need me in their life. But the system doesn't seem to care. I hope that when it comes to our final hearing that the outcome is better, but we'll have to wait and see. Right now, my final hearing is set for Pearl Harbor Day. The implications of that seem ominous at best, but this video is going to be a little shorter this week. I don't want to go too much into details, but just know that personally, I am struggling. It is difficult. Being in this position is not fun. It's not good. I love my children dearly, and I enjoy every minute that I have with them. I just don't know if I can afford to keep it going. And that's the system doing this to me. That's not me doing it by choice, but I'm going to keep fighting because it's worth fighting for. And I'm going to do things the right way using the proper legal process. Because if I step out of line even a little bit, it will be held against me to a greater extent. So if you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you watching it. And I hope that you're not going through the same thing as I am. But please give the video a like, leave a comment, and share it if you think that somebody in your life needs to hear it or needs to know that somebody else is going through something difficult with them. In the middle of the week on Wednesday, we're going to be doing another Tom MacDonald song review. So I look forward to doing that because the Hangover Gang has been very inviting to me, and I've enjoyed it a great deal. So I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their week. Take care, everyone. God bless, and bye for now.
Go ahead and check out one of the links on the screen now to either subscribe to the channel and see the rest of the videos of the channel, or one of the carefully selected videos that you may wish to see that YouTube has used its algorithm to select for you.